A woman who can sit in her own quiet is a woman who cannot be easily manipulated. You're not selfish for guarding your mind, your mood, or your spirit. You are actually wise. The High Value Woman podcast, founder of the High Value Woman Academy. My name is Unsa, an international etiquette consultant. Welcome to the High Value Woman podcast, where elegance meets self-discovery and peace is your superpower. Today's episode is an anchor in the noise because we are not just here to survive. We are here to stand still in a world that spins so fast. Let us begin with a quiet truth that speaks volumes. Peace is not the absence of noise. It is the presence of inner stillness, even when the world is so loud. An unshakable woman is not always unbothered. She still feels deeply. She still faces chaos, but she's rooted. She has built a fortress within herself, made of clarity, boundaries, and divine discernment. She knows what deserves her reaction and what deserves silence. She does not explain everything. She does not chase calm. She creates it because peace is not a passive thing. It is not an accident. It is power under control. One day, I received a call from someone I had cut ties with, someone who had once drained me. Their presence used to throw me off balance, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. The phone rang, and I paused. The old me would have answered, out of guilt, out of fear, out of conditioning to always be available. But the woman I have become, the woman I am still becoming, I protected my peace. I did not answer, not to punish, not to shame, but to protect what I had built inside of me. That was power. That was discipline. That was being unshakable. There was a time in my life when I over-explained everything. I felt I had to convince people of my worth. I wanted so badly to be understood, to be heard, to be validated, especially by those closest to me. So I talked, I justified, I overshared, I accepted behavior that made my spirit uneasy just to avoid confrontation. I allowed chaos into my space because I feared losing people. I told myself, it's better to stay quiet than to risk being abandoned. But do you know the truth? That silence was not peace. It was fear, and it cost me deeply. I realized I was sacrificing inner stillness to maintain relationships that thrived on my discomfort. I was nurturing connections that drained me. And the moment I decided to stop explaining myself, everything changed. Now, I allow silence to speak for me. I no longer chase clarity from people who prefer confusion. I let them assume. I let them narrate their own version of me because I know the truth. Choose peace over performance. I choose stillness over struggle. That is how I protect my power. There are a few things I want you to take away from this episode. Number one, not everything deserves your reaction. Two, stillness is your strength, not your weakness. A woman who can sit in her own quiet is a woman who cannot be easily manipulated. 3, protecting your peace is an act of maturity, not selfishness. You're not selfish for guarding your mind, your mood, or your spirit. You are actually wise. This week, I want you to create your own peace protocol. Ask yourself, what situations or conversations consistently disturb my peace? What will I say no to from now onwards? What boundaries do I need to reinforce without guilt? What restores my stillness? And how can I practice that daily? Now write it down. Paste it somewhere visible. This is not a one-time task. It is a lifestyle declaration. You are not here to be tossed around by life. You are here to move from a rooted place. Now say this with me, out loud if you can. I do not chase calm. I create it. I am rooted. I am unshakable. If this episode resonates with you, share it with another woman and join the High Value Woman community. Until next time, may your boundaries be clear. May your mind be steady. And your presence be anchored in the kind of peace no one can steal. You are the High Value Woman, and your stillness is your strength.